Mr. Anand Sen Gupta, who is a founder and director of the ENQ, a successful businessman who has made a grade in his sector in quite a short span of time. I request Mr. Anand Sen Gupta to be present and share his worthy words of wisdom. Sir, the platform is yours.
Uh, yeah, hi. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you're completely audible and visible.
Okay, I can share the screen, right?
Yeah, you can share.
Okay. Thanks for giving me the dice. My name is Arnab. I believe you guys, everybody, thank you for listening to me first. Right, so I'll be quickly taking a bit of the brief of what the ENQ is all about. So you must be hearing it from the day, throughout the day. And first of all, I want to congratulate Franchise Insider team. So it's one of its kind for the first time attending a entire virtual, you know. Expo, as well as a knowledge building session also, which I can see are fantastic speakers who were speaking around, right? So it gives me a lot of insight about how the things are going, and it's amazing to be here. Okay, so with this, let me start, because I know there is a stretch of time. So let me just quickly run through what is about the ENQ, right? So first thing which comes to speak on the topic is that we are presenting you India's first e-franchise. Now, e-franchise, what is a e-franchise? Because this entire session is about franchising, right? So there is something new which has emerged. It is said that, challenges or any kind of trouble leads to inventions and discoveries, right? So that's how what has happened over the last few years, especially in the COVID times, right? Things have changed drastically. So it has now created a space or opportunity for lot many new things to take its place, and e-franchising is one of its kind, right? So if I talk about the current scenario, I believe most of you know what has happened. But if you see across and around, you will find people, graduates who are looking for job placements right now, because at one, right, they put means into play because of the lockdowns and the extended lockdowns. There are many people who are sticking to their conventional business models, but now they want to come out of it and do something more, and that's why they look for help from Franchise Insider, right? There are many professionals, right, who their jobs, salaries are cut, and they are feeling the pinch, and they are looking desperately to start something new. We are also across big businessmen also who have invested a lot into a particular segment and sector, and now because of the sudden stoppage or the stoppage of pause of time and business, they have crashed down, right? And obviously inflation is not helping more. So the one of the most talked topic right now in the country is the prices of the fuels, right? So the things are not at what we expected a couple of years back. So but on the other hand, all these situations has created a space for looking out something new, something which can be much more comprehensive, right? So what is the current expectation, right? People are looking, obviously, when a person is looking for a franchise, for a business, for an opportunity, is looking for an extra income source, right? But parallel to their existing job and business, this is something which is a need of the hour, because we cannot stop everything and start something from altogether new. So parallelly, if you can run few things, that is it's a bonus, right? So this is something which is only possible with digital means. I believe everybody of you know that digital on e-commerce and online, these are the new spaces which are growing like a drastic change in the market, right? There is a saying in the market, but because of the unpredictability of the market, people are looking for a more secured or a something which is less complex, right? So although the digital and e-commerce is seems to be very complex for many new people, right? But as an expectation, it is people are looking for something which is easy to handle, right? Obviously, people should invest something where they can rely their future on, right? And mostly social distancing is now the norms in terms of offices, businesses, customers as well. So if something which can be remotely accessible is an interesting thing to be on, right? And last but not the least, anybody who is doing business, his core purpose is to, whatever hard work he does, he should get a complete royalty. So all these expectations, when clubbed together, we try to find out a solution, and we concluded that people are looking for business opportunities, people are looking for franchises, but they want to be, on one hand, they want to invest on a lesser scale and maximize on profits. They want to incentivize their time, as well as they want to play safe. So this is called a completely pole apart kind of expectation. But luckily we could find an answer for this, and this answer is obviously e-commerce, right? And the franchise model which we are coming up with, which is called e-franchise. Now, what is a digital franchise? What is a e-franchise? Unlike any other store or a distribution or a channel where you need to have a space, you need to operate on particular product or service. So this is something unique, right? To understand what is a e-franchise, first you need to have a glimpse idea of what is this industry all about. So if you see what are the current options in the market, so basically the conventional model businesses are there, right? Where people, you can open a salon, you can open your own restaurant, or on a smaller scale, right? There are options of opening franchise models like what we are offering today, like many restaurant chains and many other chains are also popping up, and they're giving a good future to people. There are part-time option jobs, which is not very good in India currently because jobs are already less, and there is always an option for multi-level marketing, which was happening with people pace of last 2 decades, right? So these are the options which were going through in last 15-20 years, which were proving very good to people. But suddenly with this impact of COVID, there was a steep fall in terms of consumption also. It's not about the overall consumption, it has not gone down on the basic things, but on the middle level or the luxury level goods, definitely the consumptions have gone down. People are more into saving money, right? Lockdown restrictions have not helped people, and as per experts, it is saying that it will take some time to recover, right? So 2 to 3 years. So this is what across the industries, across the channels. But there is one exception in this entire story, right? That was e-commerce, right? In last couple of years, everything this doing drastically, right? People are compelled to buy a certain phase of time, and they could find more trust in e-commerce. Amazon, Flipkart, big names are there, and people, the footfalls are growing, sales is also growing simultaneously, and it is now become the most predictable market for next 10 to 15 years moving ahead, looking at the picture what has happened in last 2 years, right? And because it somehow reduces your carrying cost of running a business, so the profits margins are better compared to any other industry. So the keynote here is e-commerce is the next big thing to grow, right? So now when we dive into e-commerce is a vast subject, but out of that, if you want to specifically know the retail sector where we come from, right? So when you see the retail, obviously the marketplace is amazing, right? I am not going into the details of all the brands and all the companies which are playing major role, but yes, the numbers are high, right? And it is expected to touch something in hundreds of billion in coming few years. So that is something very exciting for all of us, right, to play in, right? So if you dive into e-commerce, you will see there are 3 major categories, right, on which e-commerce business is churning a lot of business in retail, right? So major player is electronic, that is number 1. Second is apparels and accessories, right? Third is beauty and personal care, right? If you see the overall business of e-commerce in retail, majority like 85 to 90% of the business is happening in these 3 major categories, right? So every category has its own strength, every category has its own weaknesses or challenges, what I can say, right? So when you compare across the channels, right, what we have come up to that, yes, electronics is very good, but it comes up with a huge investments and a risk of upgradation. You need to continuously upgrade yourself, and the old versions get out of the market at a loss, right? Apparels and accessories are again a very good segment. It's doing very well, but again there is a refund policy which is there online, so it's almost every second or third cloth which is sold is comes back to the sellers, so it creates a lot of losses to people, right? And if you talk about beauty and personal care, right, it is again a very fast growing segment currently in India, right? It is considered as basic necessity also. In this lockdown also, majority of personal care products are into essential goods, right? The risk is low, and the biggest thing is that there is no refund. So once you sell, what you see that you buy, and it cannot be refunded. So it brings a lot of safety and security in personal care and beauty segment with an eye on the growth, right? But yes, there are challenges of one product sold by multiple sellers, and that causes the margins to go down, right? But if you can choose collectively, if you can choose out of these three categories, whichever is the best category to play in, right, which is more safe, which can give you much more profits in future. So we found that beauty and personal care is the best category to play in as per our research, and then we decided to launch a brand, right, into personal care segment, which will be specifically a organic product, certified organic range, right? So we created a brand which is called the ENQ, right? So it is the range is around the mid range. It's not very expensive, or it's not very on the lower bracket. So if you see the e-commerce market, it is the middle level of the bracket where the businesses are the maximum, right? So we are in that segment. We are a certified brand with EcoCert and Cosmos, which is one of the premium certifications of the market for organic products, right? So we are ensuring that a high quality product can be bought by an Indian consumer at an average rate. So that is something where we are working day in day out to bring the best out of the brand, right? So it's absolutely made in India, and we are currently present in Amazon, Flipkart, partly in Nykaa, Snapdeal, and recently last year we started with Amazon.com also, and we are working very fast to gather the US market also. Right, just now there was a discussion about the US market, so it was a great insight, right? So this is the background of the brand which we started creating. Currently, if you see the SKU wise, we have more than 650 plus SKUs, which is one of the biggest range available online on organic products, beauty products, right? So and we are going very strong into the market. If you want to just have an overview, so if you see on one hand, if you see see the top 10 brands which are playing in the market on e-commerce as well as offline. So we are the brand which is dedicating ourselves into organic and natural products. We are the only brand which is with a combination of EcoCert and Cosmos is the certified organic products which we are designing. We are also now planning to launch our exclusive stores across the country, as well as we are very much aggressive on e-commerce. And if you combine all these factors, right, with an affordable price, we are the only brand which is in this space, right? So if you want to understand on a clearer note, so if you see on the higher side of if you go upper side of the graph, it is towards more organic products, and if you go towards more right, it is more about the affordability, what is the price. So if you see that we are on higher on the organic, as well as we are going trying to be on the affordable side, and that makes us very different, right? So if you see Kama, Forest, if you see Saint Botanica, so these are the organic players in the market, and we are trying to be the most affordable brand available, right? So that brings a lot of business, that attracts a lot of customers. And when we talk about Amazon, Flipkart and these platforms, we are reaching directly to the customer's phone sitting at home, right? Now this is the background of the brand. Now let us understand what is this e-franchise is all about, what we are offering here, right? To cut it short, let me explain you in a very simplified way that unlike any other brand or any other franchisee, what they do is they will be providing you their entire portfolio for a particular location, right? Where you will be getting the franchise for a particular store. So you need to have a space, you need to have an interior, you need to have staff. So all these things is included. But when we talk about e-franchisee and what we are doing, it is completely, the funnel is upside down. So what we do is we give exclusive selling right. If I'm going to add on exclusive global selling right of one of our product, and we launch that product into various platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Nykaa, all the social media channels, all the B2B digital channels. We promote these products into even offline pockets, right? And we are coming up with a huge plan on retail stores also. So all these things, we promote these products into every channel in India as well as globally, and whatever business is generated for that particular product, for of that franchise, that entire business goes to the franchise holder. Now this will sound something unique or new, right? So in short, if you want to explain, we give you product monopoly, or you can say the exclusive selling right of that product. That product will be sold both by the individual as well as by the company. Whatever business is generated even by the company will also go to the individual. So what we offer here is, we provide the investment part is that you can start with minimum 3 and a bracket of 3 to 10, but minimum 3 is also sufficient to start the business. The best part is, if you compare it with any other franchisee in the market currently, in terms of setup cost, in terms of carrying cost, it is unbelievable, because there is we consider that it's a no carrying cost business. Hardly you will require a bit of electricity and internet connection, which is usually you have. So if you have a laptop or a mobile, you can sit down at any corner of the world with an internet connection, and you can run a full-fledged franchise in the market. So that is the beauty of e-franchise, with exclusive selling rights, and everything digital support which is required is provided by the company. The setup and the branding, the marketing, everything is done from the side of the company. And individual person who is associated with us as a franchise, he need to take care of the basic operations as well as the digital marketing, which we will be again guiding, training and supporting, right? So if I take step by step, so first of all, the investment goes from 3 to 10 lakhs. Out of that 3 lakhs, 1 lakh goes for products, 1 lakh goes for marketing budget, and 1 lakh is the franchise fees. I will be telling you the entire details in the next slide, right? We give you exclusive monopoly of one of our products which we are about to launch, right? We will help you to build up the business on social media market. We will give the entire training and support. Everything is online. Right now, like you are experiencing this virtual expo, same way you can also experience the entire experience of the market in your mobile. You can learn, apply, and you can win the game, right? If you see the major platforms which we will be targeting, which we are already targeting and which will be targeting, is the Amazon, Flipkart, right? The giants of the market, where we will be playing along with these giants, and we will be creating our mark like we have already done in the past, right? So even you can also have your localized retail distribution channel. That is also possibility. We will guide you, train you and support you for that. And obviously, if you start with us, the best part is, even from the first month itself, you will start getting the royalty, because we have already established a good brand. We have got a good number of healthy customers who are pumping in every day on e-commerce channels. So once you start with the product, immediately we will start churning up a bit of business, and immediately you will start getting the royalty depending on the speed of the work, right? And last but not the least, it's something very unique. As I told you, the need of the hour is to be more secured and more safe. So this business model comes with a risk-free approach, right? So there is an option of easy exit, and without losing your money, the major chunk of money, right? So it comes with a refundable promise also. Because we are offering one product or a particular product of the brand to you, if God forbid it doesn't click as per expectation, there is again a chance of exchange also. So it comes with both the options with you, right? So you can play around safely, you can go aggressive without worrying about losing money. You can also do this business along with whatever currently you are doing, along with your job. You just need a couple of hours a day or sitting on the laptop, and with a sip of a coffee, you can do business across the globe. So that is the beauty of this particular franchise. This is the value proposition. Just to break it up for you, right? As I told you, the product value, if you start with 3 lakh rupees, the 1 lakh will be the product value, which will be almost 30% of MRP. So almost 30% of MRP means you have a gross operating margin of almost 70%. That's huge if you compare it any retail brand currently. Marketing budget, if I talk about, we keep 1 lakh rupees as marketing budget. That is sufficient to cater for a stock of almost 2 to 3 lakh rupees, because digital marketing, advertisement, campaigning, influencers or celebrity endorsements are much economic than any other TV conventional channels, right? So if you see the pricing, so the selling price, if you keep the selling price as 100%, the cost of the product will be almost 25 to 30% to you. Rest is your operating margin, where 25% goes into expenses, 15% we will keep for campaigns and advertisement on the specific platforms, and with 5% of miscellaneous expense, still you can land up with a healthy profit margin of 25 to 30%, and it is net profit. And why it is more? Because if you compare with any other retail brands in our segment in beauty category, it is around 8 to 10%, but it goes up to 25-30% because there are two reasons. One, we are giving a very good operational margin, obviously. Secondly, the biggest thing is that there is no or less expenses monthly basis, right? So that gives you a lot of good leverage to start the business early, get early profits, and stabilize in the business, get the exposure, and next move to the next level, right? If you talk about the projections, obviously it depends totally on how a person or a franchise is performing and how the product is performing. But what we believe, that if you promote one product out of so many, if you product only one product across all the channels, Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, and other even India and across globe, worst case scenario also you can reach up to 100 piece sales a day in next 3 to 5 years. Even if you reach that level, with that small expectation, still you are selling around 3000 pieces a month, and with 100 rupees on an average, which we keep the profit margins, you can reach up to a profit of 3 lakhs a month. And I'm taking all very things at minimum. So in yearly, one product, one franchise can give you an optimization of up to 36 lakhs. So it's a huge game, and it will, as the time grows, as the year grows, the profit grows up, because again I'm telling you, the setup cost is very low, as well as the operating cost is negligible. So this is the best thing to cater in this upside down market right now, e-commerce, right? Where you can simply sit at home, take a franchisee, start learning on e-commerce, everything, and the entire business model runs with you, right? So the requirement is, if you see anybody, the best part is the requirement that anybody, any type, any kind of background can do this business. You don't need to be a businessman background, you don't need to have a lot of money, you don't need to have a lot of marketing, sales experience, nothing. If you are a simple guy, who knows how to operate on WhatsApp, Facebook, have a laptop or a mobile, that is definite enough to start a business. Definitely basic entrepreneurship or business acumen everybody should have. You should be a decision maker, you should have a patience, a long-term vision also, and obviously that minimum investment to start up. So this is the basic requirement. There is no rocket science for this. You don't need a big space, you don't need to have staff, you don't need to have a big interior kind of things. So you can start, it's a plug and play kind of a model. Right now, just in the end, I just wanted to share that how this things goes is, there are two phases of this business once a franchise start. First is the build up phase, where we help the product to get listed in various channels. We create a image of that product to people, we start promoting, advertisement. slowly and steadily it start getting popularity in the market. So that is the first phase, which is the most difficult phase in the beginning. And the second phase is more about taking this to next level, where we do digital marketing, sales, multi-platform approach. We do a lot of celebrity endorsements, kind of digital celebrity endorsement kind of things, and that's how it goes. So it works in two phases. So approximately 2 years at a stretch, and then you are at the peak, right? So that is as simple as that. Now finally, if you see the future, right, definitely we have everything is well strategized for us, right? We are going heavily by next year on OTTs, right? We are about to launch our stores, which we have held it because of this pandemic. So we are going on next 2 years. We will be reaching around 5 to 10 stores across the country, company operated stores. We will be doing big celebrity endorsements in next 2 to 3 years. And obviously by 2025, we are expecting to reach at least 7 different countries like US. We will be reaching, so that our people who are taking this franchisee can grow global, as well as extend the reach of the products. Right now, finally, this is the overview. This is easily available online, right? So me and my other two partners, we started. Our core competency is helping people get into entrepreneurship, especially e-entrepreneurship, and that's what we are doing through various projects, and we have gotten a very good results till now. And our only mission is to create 1 million successful entrepreneurs in the country. In that core message we are delivering to people, right? At the end, I just wanted to give you an overview, right? It was a quick chat. So this is India's first digitally franchisee. No other company is currently providing this, as we have researched, right? It gives you an opportunity to get exclusive rights of one of our product. Imagine you whatever product you are using, let's say shampoo or a cream, you are getting royalty of that product, 100% royalty, right? So whatever business is happening for that product, you are getting the entire profit. So that is amazing, right? Plus thing is that your IP valuation also increases, because as the time grows, the product value grows. You can easily get investors pumping for your product. So that is another good thing for individuals. Investment is 3 to 5 lakhs. A risk-free approach, because everything is well defined, strategized, and if anything, God forbid, happens, company has given you the cushion that you will not lose your money. So that is what we are promising to people, right? And the training and everything is online. Margins are amazing, one of the best in the market, and obviously the potential, I told you, is huge. Because yes, in today's world where things are not moving as per your wish, you can easily channelize and work for next 3 to 5 years and reach up to a level where you can be self-dependent on your business, right? And it cannot be affected by anything else. So this is just the overview. Definitely for people who want to know more, people who are excited, we can have a one-on-one conversation later on, and we can definitely tell you more about it, more insights, more examples, and we have almost 120 plus franchises till now in India. So we are growing very well, and we are getting tremendous results from all the sides. So that's all. I tried to be short. I hope I have stretched a bit. So this is what from my side. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently, and we are excited to bring you in, right? And over to you. Any questions, anybody? You can ask as of now.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time and rich words coming out of your rich experience. And I believe ENQ in a very short span of time has made a grade and made an identity of itself in the industry. And I believe the way it is going, it seems that it has a long way to go. Yes, sir. So thanks for your time, sponsorship, and we appreciate your resources.
Thanks. We will definitely love to go ahead toe to toe, head to head. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.